Hey everyone, do you ever wonder how those online trading gurus and all those analysts on CNBC seem to always be ahead of the stock move before it ever happens? Do you spend countless hours researching what they do and how they do their trades to give themselves success, but you keep trying to implement those trades yourself and see yourself failing? Well, that's because they're spending the time and putting in the effort to find potential breakouts in the market. And if you give me a couple of minutes of your time, I'm going to show you just how you can set yourself up to find breakouts and capitalize on those breakouts and turn yourself into a winning, consistent trader. So, what I have here on the chart right now is Meta. And as you can see, over the course of the year, it's been beaten up pretty bad. But I want to talk about one topic. Stocks move in three different directions. They move up, down, or sideways. So, what do I mean by that? Well, a stock that moves up is in an uptrend, as you can see right here. A stock that moves down is in a downtrend, as you can see on the long-term chart right here. But we have one other period that I really want to talk about that a lot of our analysts out there really look at, and that's when the stock's trading sideways, or what we call consolidation. Now, consolidation means that the stock is trying to find direction, and we're having a battle between the bulls and the bears to figure out who's going to push the stock up or who's going to push the stock down. To do that, we have to use something called support and resistance lines. So, what do I mean? So if I zoom in right here, you'll actually see Facebook was in a consolidation zone right here. You couldn't have a direction right now. We'd trade sideways. Kept going to go up right here, and as soon as it came up right here, it pulled down here. Then it came up, then it pulled down. But then what happened is it broke down this lower level that's drawn in, this support line. It broke down and continued to go down. All right? And as you can see, if you would have capitalized on this and entered here and got in and shorted the stock at 187, you could have bought the stock back at 155, and you could have made a $30 profit just on that one trade alone. A lot of people out there are looking at me and saying, well, how on earth do you even see that before it happens? Well, you don't see it until it happens. But a lot of these traders out there that actually consistently profit, they have these lines drawn on 15, 16, 20 different stocks out there. That way, if a breakout does happen, they're ready to execute and perform a trade because of the breakouts that happen on the support and resistance lines. All right? At the end of the day, trading is very simple. You just have to figure out how to implement these support and resistance lines. So let's go ahead and look at Meta where it's at right now. All right, so if you can see right here, I've zoomed in. We're actually in a consolidation point right now. So you see Meta trading between $124 and about $114. So we're in like a $10 consolidation point. What this means for a lot of day traders, they could buy around this line and they could target a $10 move and they could cash in on this in a couple of days. Or if you're a swing trader, you could look at this as a potential breakout point that you can watch. So what I mean by that, you could look to see if it breaks out above this line, and if it does, it can continue up to keep running and make new highs. I'm sorry, not new highs per se, but it can make a previous level, which would be about, in this case, you could see it come back to a previous resistance line at about $140 a share. So you could see a $16 move based on a breakout right here. All you got to do is draw your upper resistance line and your lower support line. And then you have to see how the stock works. Now, let's scale this to about 20 different stocks. Each day you could have a breakout in a direction, and that will give yourself consistent opportunities to make money in the markets. And as you can see online, what will happen is people will give these alerts after the breakout's already happened. They got in at the initial point of the breakout and they capitalized on a 20% move where you got notified and you were able to get in by the time the stock already moved 10%. So half those profits that you could have had got wiped away because you're buying someone else's calls. Learn how to make your own calls. Learn how to make your own trading opportunities. And that's researching and understanding support and resistance lines and consolidation points and how to find breakouts. So what I want to do now is go over one little topic, and that is a tool that you can actually use to give yourself a watch list. So the reason I found Meta right here, I actually logged into TradeUI's option flow filtering system. So when you log into TradeUI, it actually gives you option flow data that comes in for the day. So it shows you hundreds of thousands of contracts going in the bullish or bearish direction. So you can utilize that to give yourself a watch list. So when you log in, it'll automatically take you to their site. And I actually have our option flow filtered down for a swing trader. And I happened to find Meta today. And I saw there was a lot of call activity going on Meta. So that's what made me even look at the chart at the get-go. So what happened is you have a lot of bulls coming in on Meta right now with all these calls. And just because they're all buying doesn't mean I'm going to buy. However, when I run my technical analysis, I can see that we're in a consolidation point right now, and we can expect a squeeze or a breakout of consolidation, and we could see a potential bull run to 140, or we could see a bear run back down to 100. It's something that we need to keep our eyes on the next couple of days, depending on how it acts around these levels. But if you want to check out TradeUI, I'm going to drop a link in the description below for 10% off their site. Highly recommend finding a tool out there, and I've researched a lot of different ones. TradeUI's option flow filtering system is by far the best one I've used. Very user friendly. The support staff is very helpful if any issues come up. If you want to go ahead and try it out, they're actually generous enough to give out a 2-week trial that you can utilize. So you log in, check out TradeUI, see if it's for you. Go ahead and check out that link below. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a like. It really helps out the channel, and it helps me give an idea of what quality videos you want to see. And I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day.